Hello, welcome to Little Literati. I'm Jess and welcome to June. I am so excited to see what this month has in store for me and my family, and I'm really looking forward to reading wonderful books this month, so let's just dive right in to see what's on my TBR pile for this month, June. I know that a handful of these have already cropped up in a few videos so far, but hopefully this will be the last month that we have to worry about them, because I've already actually read a couple of these and I'm partway through another one. So, yay, progress. So, this is Jane. I've already read it. We'll talk about it at the end of the month. This is The Princess and the Hound. Also read it. We'll talk about it at the end of the month. And I'm partway through The Phantom of the Opera. Hopefully I'll finish and be able to talk about it by the end of the month. And this is East, which I haven't touched yet, but I am optimistic that I'll be able to get through this and finish it out and be done talking about it. So, East. And this is Stars Above, which is a compilation book of several short stories by Marissa Meyer, which ties together and actually gives a lot of backstory mostly of the characters in the Lunar Chronicles. And I actually finished this at the beginning of the month, so again, I will rediscuss it later. So now we get into the things that I haven't really talked about yet that I'm looking forward to this month. So this is the second book in the Invisible Library series. This is The Masked City. I thought that the first book was quirky fun, and so I'm intrigued to see what the character or what the author does next and what she does with the characters next, because this is a version of an alternate version of Victorian London, and there are fairies and dragons and a library outside of time, so I'm looking forward to what happens in this book. So The Masked City. These next two I have already read, so these will be a reread for me. But I am probably not going to read the hardcovers. I'm just having them here for the purposes of this video. I actually, next week, am having eye surgery. I'm going to have LASIK. And I'm never going to have to use contacts or glasses for the next several decades, I'm hoping and looking forward to. Ha ha ha, no pun intended. So I'm very excited about that, and actually I'm a little bit naughty. I should have stopped wearing my contacts 2 days ago, so I only really put them in for the purpose of this video so that I could see what I was doing. And then after I'm done with these, I will go take them back out so that I will be good and be wearing my glasses up until my surgery, which happens on Monday. So I am actually planning on listening to the audiobooks of these because I'm going to give my eyes a little bit of a rest there. So really, I'm not sure how much of this I'll be able to get to because of the recovery from my surgery, but I'm hoping that since it's new state-of-the-art technology and the way they're doing it, I am actually going to be able to drive myself to my follow-up appointment the next day. So I'm hoping that means that within just a few days I'll be able to really start reading in depth again. But if not, if I only get around to a handful of books, then I'm trying to cram as much as I can in during the next week before my surgery. So anyway, The Wrath and the Dawn and The Rose and the Dagger. And I am reading these because I do have them on audiobook, and also I want to reacquaint myself with the author's writing style because I am going to be reading this month The Flame in the Mist, which is not part of the same series. This is a Japanese version of Mulan, but I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm hoping that this will be as wonderful as I've been building it up in my mind, because as you saw in my last video, some of them that I've been looking forward to were not as great as I hoped, but I'm hoping that this will be the exception to the rule and that this will be wonderful. And I got this in my fairy loot box in May, so I'm really looking forward to reading my own copy of this because it's gorgeous, and I'm hoping that the story inside is as good looking as the cover. So Flame in the Mist. So my eyes have better heal so that I can read that because I'm really excited about it. I got a couple of months ago in my Owl Crate box, The Upside of Unrequited. I still have not gotten around to reading this because honestly this was lower down on my priority list. It's still pretty low on my list for this month, but I'm hoping that I can read it and get it out of the way and I won't feel guilt over it anymore. So I'm hoping that I get around to this and that it surprises me by how good it is. So, fingers crossed. These next few are from the library, and this one is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. And I've heard really fun things about this series. Well, fun, I guess. Fun, but also dark and exciting. And also thought-provoking. So I guess there are 4 kinds of worlds, and this character is able to go between these different... It's similar, I guess, to the Invisible Library, where there are different timelines. There are different alternate versions of the world. And so this takes place in England, and so there are different shades of worlds. I think there's a white, a gray, a black, and a red, I want to say. I was doing a little bit of research online, but I'm not sure how much I actually retained, and I'm just mostly looking forward to reading it myself. But I think it's also the first of a trilogy, and I know a lot of people have really raved about this. So I'm hoping that it's really good, and I like alternate timelines of England, specifically the 19th century, and I'm hoping that this is what this is as well. So I am looking forward to reading it and seeing what all the hubbub has been about. So A Darker Shade of Magic. This last series is the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy by Laini Taylor. I read Strange the Dreamer a month or so ago, and I really enjoyed that, and so I wanted to give her first trilogy, or at least the first one that I heard of, a try. I have books 2 and 3 checked out of the library. Book 1 is still on hold, and I don't know when I'll actually get my hands on it. So I just today downloaded the audiobook version onto my phone, and so I am on chapter 6 of part 2, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. But anyway, I've been listening to it all evening, and I'm enjoying it so far. So I'm going to listen to this and then read books 2 and 3. And if book 1 comes, then great, I'll be able to read that. But again, it might depend on how my eyes are feeling after my surgery. So we'll just play it by ear this month. And I don't know how much I'll get around to, but I'll do as much as I can. So these are several books. Also, besides the surgery, it is now summertime. So my daughter is out of school. She is very, very excited to be done with kindergarten, and she is thrilled that she is now technically considered a first grader. Last night at dinner, when she said the blessing on the food, she actually thanked Heavenly Father that she is now a first grader. That's how thrilled she is about this. So, we have lots of activities this summer to get the kids ready for school, because my middle daughter is thrilled that she gets to be in kindergarten next year, and so they are just abuzz with excitement all the time. So we are signed up for the summer reading program in 4 different library districts, because we are in a very book-rich community. So this is one of their activity cards. So the older 2 get to do a bingo, and then the younger one gets to do activities. They get crossed off. There's another library districts. And this one was fun because there's actually adult activities as well. So the adults don't really get a prize necessarily. We get to be entered in for a drawing, but at least they're actually reaching out to the adults this year. So that was cool. And then there's a 4th one online that we're doing as well, and just logging minutes read. So I'm hoping that between the 4 project districts that we can get a lot of reading in this summer and keep them from sliding before the new school year, because my kids are really good at reading and they really love it, and so I want to keep them sharp for the coming school year. And they're also not just reading, they also have to do activities and events and projects as well, so that'll really, I think, do a good job of keeping their skills sharp. So we're excited for the summer reading programs this summer. And I don't know if you remember this, that my daughter wrote last summer before she started kindergarten, her book, Snow Sparkle the Unicorn. And so we are also planning on working on a couple more books this coming summer for both of my older daughters, because now my middle daughter is starting kindergarten, like I said, and so she is excited about writing her own story. So she is obsessed with elephants, and so there is a 99.995% chance that the story will feature an elephant. She was trying to pretty much tell me the same story as this with an elephant instead of a unicorn, and I put the kibosh on that because she needs to come up with her own storyline. So we're still working on that. But that's what we're also planning on working on over the next couple of months before school starts. So between the summer reading program and our own personal authorship project, I, again, don't know how much I'll get around to reading, but I am excited about most, if not all, of these books, so I will fit in what I can, and I hope I can surprise myself at the end of the month by how much I was able to get read. So, all of that said, I am so looking forward to hearing what you're looking forward to reading this month. Please let me know what you are looking forward to, what your projects are. If you are going to go on vacation, let me know where and what you plan to do this summer. Summer is a wonderful time of year because the possibilities are endless, and so I'm excited to see and would love to hear what your plans are for the summer. So please let me know in the comments below. In the meantime, read wonderful books, and we'll see you at the end of the month.